Why, hello there. Hello there, hello there, hello there, soul family. Here I am, Jason, with the Tarot Nook. How y'all doing? This here is going to be your weekly reading. That is going to be from the 26th to the 3rd, to the 3rd of May already, right? The 3rd of May already. Um, it has been an amazing past couple of weeks, especially April. Why? Because I feel as if April, we're starting to feel like ourselves again. It's like for a while, like we kind of lost parts of ourselves because of maybe the energy we've surrounded ourselves with the people in our lives. Maybe, like energy tends to rub off on people, especially when you are in a specific kind of energy. Like it kind of like, like dulls your shine a little bit. Like if you're around people that are constantly negative, which is why we have to surround ourselves with positive energy, right? I feel as if like we're starting to gain the momentum back. I feel as if we finally woke up and realized that the energy that has been with us, that we feel as if has been holding us back for so long, never was energy that belonged to us. It was energy that belonged from other people, and those people were rubbing that off on us. And ultimately, we started to believe that we got confused that, we mistook that energy for our energy because we're human, right? Like it's like overall when it comes down to it, like we are empaths and our empaths feel so many things on so many different levels, million times harder as those that are not empathic, right? And it's a kind of situation for a very long time, my friends. Like it's like it's not so much that we didn't think we deserved better, but we're good people. We willingly put ourselves in the energy of others that never really belonged in our energy. Yes, we are there for the ones that we love. Every single time. No one's life is perfect. We're there for people to be, their partners through thick and thin. That's what love is, right? But it's a kind of situation we forgot to pick ourselves up afterwards. It's almost kind of like, like by going outside, taking deep breaths, going for nature walks, like taking care of yourself. Maybe, you're surrounding yourself with specific energy for so long and you come home, you go straight to bed. Like that's not how you do it. You're supposed to decompress, right? You're supposed to decompress. You're supposed to allow yourself to take that time for yourself. And that's something that I feel as if a lot of us forgot how to do. We are so selfless. We forgot how to be selfish. And listen, people say being selfish is a terrible thing. If being selfish means taking care of yourself, making sure you're okay, then by all means, boo, go ahead and be as selfish as you need to be. Sometimes it has to be the you show. And for a long time, we really forgot just that, and because of doing just that, we lost ourselves a little bit, not in anything that we've done, in the energy that comes from others. So overall, what I'm saying right now is we're finally starting to wake up and realize, wow, this energy never belonged to me to begin with. And this is when we're letting that energy go. Letting that energy go. We are only accepting the energy that will fulfill us. We are only taking on the energy that will only lift us because we finally truly understand with everything in the world that we deserve everything in this world and more. We don't deserve we don't deserve just half of it because we're giving away that other half to other people. No, what we give to other people, we have to replace within ourselves with the self love and determination to ultimately stay healthy, mind, body, and spirit, right? If that means going to the gym, whatever you need to do to escape, to ultimately put your mind at ease, that's what needs to be done. So I'm hearing sunstone. All right. Sunstone is indeed the crystal of this week. All right. Sunstone is a stone, a crystal full of nothing but confidence, full of nothing but strength and power and the ability to see the light within the dark spaces that we call our lives sometimes, right? This is a very powerful crystal sunstone because sunstone is that crystal that you need to ultimately, like give yourself that extra pep in your step. All right, of all the crystals in the entire crystal category, okay? There's two stones that I think are very important besides clear quartz and lapis and citrine, all right? And carnelian, Septarian, all of these beautiful crystals, but there's two must, right? And that's moonstone and sunstone, ultimate masculine, ultimate feminine. It's all about being able to balance your life out again, not with just the moon, but with the sun as well, right? So sunstone is a very powerful crystal to give you that extra oomph, to give you that confidence to keep on going, to realize that that is not your energy. The energy that's been around for so long has never been your energy. It's been the energy that others have put on you, unintentionally or intentionally, whatever the case may be. I'm hearing, let it go, won't hold back anymore, right? Let it go. Turn away and slam the door, right? That's us. It's like we're having our Elsa moment. Okay. We're having our Elsa moment. So let's go ahead. We're gonna pull some cards, all right? What's gonna be in store for this week? 30 days past September, April, June. Yeah. So May 3rd. Today, the 26th to the 3rd of May. Spirit. What do we need to know for our greatest good? April, showers, May, flowers. We're stepping into a month full of nothing but prosperity and abundance. I'm telling you, May is going to be an amazing month. It's going to be an amazing month for a lot of us because we're finally letting go of the energy that has never served us? So, Spirit, what do we need to know for our greatest good? I'm seeing like somebody like ultimately, like standing at the edge of a rock, a giant boulder by the ocean and the waves crashing and our hands are up, with the water splashing over us. All right. I don't know why I'm seeing that. So maybe that's a sign that you need to ultimately get by the water. All right. Maybe that's a sign that what once upon a time made us feel weak is only making us feel stronger. Maybe we're looking at our past, seeing, wow. All right. That has to be that. Spirit. All right. So let me go ahead. I'm going to throw all these out. All right. We got the Page of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Swords. We got the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and actually the Seven of Wands. There we go. This is how it's supposed to go. All right. So, um, to start off, all right, with the Temperance card, with the Queen of Wands, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse. You know what that means? This means that we have found the light deep within inside us to drown out that dark room. Why? Because we've been able to alchemize. We've been able to make ourselves a priority with the temperance angel ultimately finds balance within the emotions and the stability. Like it's the kind of situation the temperance card is all about choosing to be the alchemist of your own life. Since we ultimately saw that we needed to have more patience with ourselves, we finally found that inner light. We're ultimately overcoming sadness. We're overcoming the sneaky things that people have done to bring on a new kind of energy full of nothing but excitement. I'm telling you, since we prioritized our mental well-being and since we allowed ourselves to follow what will truly make us happy, we've been able to find that light within inside us that's been inside us the entire time. We found that light to ultimately heal, to heal from the sadness and the times we had our heart broken, to heal from the times when we've been backstabbed and treated less than. It's like all of a sudden this new energy is coming forward, my friends, and we're learning how to work with this new energy. Know that this new energy is the kind of energy that is meant to ultimately change your life. This is us putting plans into action. All right. We got the Five of Cups in reverse, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Three of Swords in reverse. That means our hearts are healing, my dearest friends. And there is so much growth in regards to exactly, like who we've become. We're bringing in so much love. We're feeling so nostalgic, but I feel as if when it comes down to it, we're seeing that what once upon a time we thought was not an ending, and what once upon a time we thought the universe was just doing us wrong, we've been manifesting nothing but these new opportunities. All right. It's like we found balance while truly prioritizing ourselves. So that's the energy that ultimately we're working with. But the cards that came flying out, all right, the Seven of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. What is that saying? The Queen of Swords gives birth to her truth. The Queen of Swords is like stone, is like crystal. Is like crystal. I was going to say stone, but is like crystal. All right. She sees exactly what will ultimately bring her prosperity. She sees what will bring her clarity, and she gives birth to it, putting the emotions aside. However, it makes her feel, she's ultimately using that clarity to give birth to I'm hearing a big opportunity. All right, with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Wands with her right in the middle, it's like we're bringing in clarity. It's like all of a sudden, the things that once upon a time made us feel lost is now making us feel found. It's like I feel as if we're finally giving birth to our truth. And that is bringing on so much clarity. We're seeing that once again, that energy that has been with us within the entire time that we've had to stay grounded to ultimately find and center ourselves to figure where that energy was coming from. This is us finally giving birth to the clarity, knowing that the energy that has been dragging us under mentally, emotionally for so long has been the energy from others and not our own. Okay. With the 10 of Cups, with the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Cups, that there is saying there is love in the air. All right, because we've allowed ourselves to really see what the truth is, and that is we are a good person, but we have to prioritize our mental well-being as well. We can't just be there for others. We need to be there for ourselves. We need to prioritize. We need to get to the gym. We need to go for walks. We got to get healthy mind, body, and spirit. We need to ultimately bring ourselves to a movie. We need to go ahead and lay down early and read a good book, whatever you need to do to prioritize and escape into your own peace and calm. That's what needs to be done. And because we've done that energy, my friends, this is why this is coming in now. Because Spirit is saying you found the key to the door that needed to be unlocked for such a long time. And now that that door is open, now that we're giving birth to clarity, this is when that love begins. All right. The Page of Cups is a new beginning in regards to learning how to work with a new heart, a new set of emotions. All right, there could be a new romantic connection that's ultimately taking off. The Page of Cups is known as the miracle card, the When Pigs Fly card, the miracle card. It's a kind of situation I feel as if with the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups, there is a new connection that is ultimately happening in your life. If you're single, if you're looking, there is a new connection that's ultimately walking in that is the love of all loves. And this is the kind of love that is going to bring you on that fairy tale happily ever after journey. Okay. It's like we've been meant to ultimately really learn the lesson to prioritize ourselves. And now that we're bringing in this lesson, all of a sudden these new emotions are showing up. This could be maybe a new way of thinking about yourself, of feeling that emotional fulfillment. Like really putting things into perspective in regards to what will give you the most beautiful kind of love that will make you have, like the feeling as if you have wings, for the rest of your life. This is that, and they lived happily ever after moment. There is energy coming into your life. If you're taken, you might be getting engaged soon. All of a sudden, you might be ultimately getting engaged and you're about to get married. Whatever the case may be, know that love is in the air. And it's in this love that we're bringing on so much emotional fulfillment, not just for others, but for ourselves as well. All right. No, with the Four of Wands, with the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. No, I'm sorry, the Page of Pentacles. That is so powerful. We've this is us discovering that prosperity, that seed, and that seed is ultimately growing into that happily ever after full of money and love. Okay, you got the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. Those are two different kinds of fairy tale endings. And a happily ever after when it comes to prosperity and money and love and emotional fulfillment. All right, no, you got the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups as well. Money and love, self-worth and emotional fulfillment. All right, like it's like you can't make this up. The 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. The Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. All right, with the Four of Wands is that stability card of a celebration that the universe is throwing in your favor. The Four of Wands is the card of it shows a couple ultimately getting married underneath a 10. I'm telling you, this if you're single, marriage definitely could be in the energy right now. All right, it's a kind of energy, my friends. Like this is what the Hierophant, the Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, once again, the Hierophant is very traditional. All right, the Hierophant is the channel between himself and spirit. All right, he's the guru. He's the guru of the deck. The Hierophant also can symbolize marriage. With the Eight of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, this is us walking away from a chapter of confusion, walking away from a chapter of, like just feeling exhausted all the time, and you ultimately bringing in a chapter full of nothing but wealth, new beginnings, new prosperity, new money, new worth. We got you can't make this up, my friends. Like I'm telling you, you can't. The 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. All right. I feel as if, yeah, with the Five of Swords and the Knight of Cups and the Four of Swords, my friends, this is us understanding in the long run with all of these miracles happening in front of our eyes. They're either coming into full fruition with the Page of Cups is the knight that comes in courting, looking to bring you on a hot date, that comes in courting that giant cup of emotional fulfillment. All right. I feel as if like this has to do with us. We're showing ourselves this love. We've courted a kind of emotional fulfillment in to our lives that is bringing on so much abundance because we finally understood the need to ultimately take care of ourselves, to realize when we're in our heads, we need to nip it in the bud by prioritizing your mental health. Like this all has to do with our realization. And that big, big moment, bam, that giant moment, my friends, all started with that awakening in regards to I'm taking on the energy of everybody else when I need to concentrate on the energy that lies within here. We could be there for everybody. We could do everything in our power to help others out, but we need to help ourselves out as well. And it's in that balance and in that love that spirit is saying you're ready. You're ready for everything that life has to offer. And that is just fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, prosperous fulfillment, the kind of fulfillment that will bring you that happily ever after, full of nothing but everything we've ever wanted. All of this is happening right now because you did the healing, because you realized that you needed to take that time out to be patient, to be the alchemist of your own life. When you decided to be that light, my friends, when you decided to take charge of your life, that's when the depression, that's when the backstabbing, ended. That's when your heart started to really heal, to bring on you on a brand new pathway, a brand new energy that will bring you towards growth and that will bring you towards the things that you've manifested, realizing that every decision you made has got you to exactly where you are today. And that is a person full of clarity, knowing that yes, things can always get rocky. Most likely there will be something that's going to try to knock you off your horse this week. But it's up to us on how we react. Seeing that when it comes down to it, there are wishes and beautiful energy full of healing and hope in the air. Know that love is here, and this is a rebirth unlike any other rebirth that we've ever known before. This is really, really a life-changing week. This is a game-changing week. April, showers, May, flowers. This is what we're stepping into May with. Okay? It's crazy that it's already almost the end of April. Like, really. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do my monthly reading. All right, I'm gonna do my monthly reading um soon, like pretty soon. I don't know exactly when, I'll let you all know, but just know that this is what awaits us in May. This new growth full of love and emotional fulfillment. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull some cards. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. Right? Let's go ahead and let's pull some cards from, or get some kind of confirmation. All right. Let's see what we got here for my Wisdom of Avalon deck. We are perceiving things from a new set of eyes, and movement is happening. Okay, that's confirmation. Because we're looking at our lives differently, it just goes to show the momentum and the love and the drive and the completions that are coming our way. Okay, let's see what we got here. Sir. All right, so we had a couple cards that fell. There we go. Eagle. Okay. Along with the deer. So the human wounded ego, the goblin, with the spirit, the eagle, along with the deer. All right. I feel as if spirit, with the gentleness and diplomacy that we ultimately, had for ourselves, we connected to spirit. All right, right. We had that spiritual awakening, that woman, and that that spiritual awakening had us face head on the wounded human ego we had. All right. Know that with the fire fairy, we got creative, optimistic, and we understood the importance of needing to let go to bring in the luck and sweet victory that is letting go, right? That is letting go. This is a transformation, my friends. This is a complete transformation. All right. I'm putting the swan underneath the eagle, spirit, trusting the psychic gifts. Know and understand when it comes down to it, my friends. There is beauty in these psychic gifts that we're ultimately bringing forward. All right. In this risk that we had to take, we gave birth to that new version of us. Point blank, period. The first card that we ultimately pulled was the Queen of Swords, right? Here's Lady of the Lake. Absolute truth, courage, self-respect, and responsibility. That's the Queen of Swords mentality. Okay? We gave birth to self-respect. We gave birth to knowing the responsibility that is to take care of ourselves, to let go of whatever burden we've ultimately been carrying, to realize and understand that grounding is so important for us, my friends. I'm telling you, like this grounding, these foundations we're building, my friends, we're seeing that these burdens were never our burdens to carry. And now that we've been able to ultimately see that and ground and build those healthy foundations, give birth to our truth, we are bringing in so much joy, and we are ultimately bringing in so much knowledge and the healing that's needed to ask and receive with the cow. The mystery, things that we were wondering why they happened. All we needed to do was focus and listen to what the universe was telling us. And that was the need for us to communicate clearly, not just with others, but with ourselves as well. You know, the Grail Knight, romance. Their love is in the air, my friends. And this love is going to be a birth and rebirth kind of situation. All right. I'm just telling you. The stag, we are the leaders. We are pride. We are full of pride, knowing that by letting go of our fear of restriction and just trusting in the universe we just, that's how we started getting creative. You know what I mean? In this creative energy, we just felt protected and wealthy, full of nothing but loyalty and wisdom. All right. You can't make it up. All right. You can't make it up. Let's go ahead. We're gonna it's like repetitive, you know, like it really is, because this is a massive turning point in our lives, my friends. This week is going to be a week full of nothing but power, full of nothing but absolute power. All right. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull some cards from my Priestess of the Light. After that, I'll go ahead and I will go ahead and I could pull it, like since I'm hearing like romance, 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 love, 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 love. I have my angel, my romance angels deck that I can go ahead and I could pull from also, and I'll pull an affirmation. All right. So spirit, what do we need to know for our greatest good? Let's see what we got here. Yeah, see, by showing ourselves compassion, by letting go of that fear and victimization, we were able to heal ourselves. The power of self love by realizing that this feeling of loss and lack, this fear and victimization, my friends, that had no room in our lives. None whatsoever. Yes, things have happened to us. Yes, things have happened to the people we love. But we're not meant to linger in that energy. We're meant to show ourselves compassion and grace. And since we did just that, my friends, our heart is healing. We are becoming so much wiser than we ever thought we could be. From being in that fear and victimization mode, we found our truth. We found the illuminated path. All right. And with the clairvoyance, with our psychic abilities, with our inspiration, with our intuition, my friends, we've achieved something massive. It's like I'm telling you, this achievement, ultimately, you know, we discovered our sacred purpose, and we're through a portal where our consciousness is awakening, our true selves is ultimately coming into full fruition, my friends. Okay, like all of a sudden, like we're gonna see like these unknown feelings and past life influences all happen for a reason. And what was that reason? To communicate and perceive and transmit the communication needed to speak with our guides, to speak with our angels, to come in touch with our spirituality. All right, know that with Sashin, sensuality, passion. I don't know why I said Sanshin. I'm tired. I feel as if like we were able to give birth to a new set of emotions and dance that circle of eternal joy and be grateful and show appreciation to the universe that ultimately, you know, our past happened to us, because what did it do? It opens our heart to bring in all these beautiful connections that will ultimately have us truly go with our flow, to have energy in our lives to speak us up as opposed to ultimately tear us down. It's like we're summoning that power within ourselves where ultimately we're setting those healthy boundaries and we're building our garden of paradise. All right, know that right now, by showing ourselves tenderness, true love, and compassion, and seeing that the past had many meanings, we're becoming somebody new with a kind of future vision and psychic ability to bring on the abundance and the life force and the miracles and the action and the twin flames we have been looking for with the angelic guidance to bring on nothing but the most powerful version of ourselves, to plant new beginnings full of nothing but energy that will like just make us feel radiant every single time. Know there's a river of blessings coming in, all right? And it's in this river of blessings, my friend, that I'm telling you the things we've always wanted, the things we've always wanted, the things that we've always needed for ourselves are finally starting to come forward. Okay. I'm telling you, this is gonna look so different for so many people. All right. I'm telling you, this is the kind of that's gonna be so different for so many people. Just know that ultimately stepping out of April, which was when we ultimately discovered that the energy we've been carrying has not been completely ours. All right, it took April to ultimately understand that, for me to come in to ultimately save our lives. Okay. Really. Like, really. It's like, by coming to this understanding, my friends, we have understood the importance of like it saved our lives, you know? Let's see what we got here, Spirit. Even when things aren't perfect or don't seem to be working out, I choose to trust in life. The more I trust in life, the better things turn out. Spirit wants you to trust in the universe and know that there are beautiful things happening in your life. Everything is going to be okay. All right. Everything is going to be okay because the love within me is more powerful than the doubt or fear. Okay. Like, so just know. All right, I'll go ahead and read these, and it just goes in order. All right, this tells a little story. Even when things aren't perfect or don't seem to be working out, I choose to trust in life. The more I trust in life, the better things turn out. Everything is going to be okay. The love within me is more powerful than doubt or fear. Okay, so there is that. That is very powerful. Okay, very, very, very powerful. I'll go ahead. Why not? Love is in the air. Let's go ahead. I'll pull affirmation. All right, I'll pull it. Trust came out, right? Giving birth to truth, the Queen of Swords. There's trust. All right. The situation is calling you to have faith. Okay. So let's see what we. Spirit, give us a romance card. A romance card. Let's see. Let's see what we got here in regards to the romance angels. Tell us. There is a past life relationship coming forward. You have known each other before. All right. Whatever relationship is currently in your life, if you're in a romantic connection, if you're not in a romantic connection yet, know that there is a connection that is currently in your life or is coming into your life in which you've known each other before. All right. And we're going to clearly decide on what we want very soon. Like I honestly, I feel as if ultimately when it comes down to it, there's going to be some beautiful, 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 beautiful things that are ultimately going to be coming into full fruition very soon. Very soon. Keep an open mind. His engagement, romantic feelings, new love, flirt, chemistry. I mean, like I'm feeling and trust. There's trust again. All right. I feel as if when it comes down to it, my friends, true love is in the air. And it's in this true love where we're really ultimately discovering that everything happened for a reason. And that reason was to get us to exactly where we are right now with exactly who's in our lives as we speak, okay? And whoever's coming forward. And I'm definitely seeing, all of this ultimately happening. This is ultimately energy that is with us now that is going to come into full fruition in May. Okay. So there's that. All right. I love you all very much. That is your reading. All right. I'm going to be going live. I'll go live probably, Tuesday, maybe, depending. Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a reading for May. All right. A full on reading for May. This honestly, this is covering May, a big part of May because we're going into May right now. But like we'll ultimately go ahead and specifically focus on May itself and not the last week of April into May. I'm telling you, like what's coming forward, my friends. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, the Page of Pentacles. All right. I mean, there's so much love and opportunity in the air, my friends, that ultimately this is going to catapult us in the direction of the rest of our lives. And it's in the rest of our lives where we are going to be so insanely thankful and happy that things turned out this way. Because if things never happen the way they're happening right now, we wouldn't know exactly what we have. All right, so be grateful that you were hurt. Be grateful that you were in a mentality of feeling that just being stuck. Because right now, I feel as if we're going to really wake up and realize that we've never been stuck. We've had the ability to set ourselves free, but we didn't know how until today. You're setting yourself free. So I love you guys, and I hope everyone has a great day, great week, and I'll see everyone midweek. I'll let you all know exactly when. All righty.